Hey there, thanks for clicking on another segment of And Now You Know with Realtor Row. So today I wanted to touch on multiple offer situations. If you've been paying attention to the real estate market even a little bit, I'm sure you've heard there is tight inventory, which means we have a lot more buyers than we do houses. And so you will encounter multiple offer situations on a regular basis. So I try to prepare my buyers to make sure that when they find the home of their dreams, they are able to win out. Now, a couple things that I do. I first meet them at the office and do a buyer consultation, answer any questions that they might have, because I think that the very most important thing about the buying process is making sure that the buyers are very comfortable with it, so that when they do find the home that they want to purchase, they have no hesitation about writing an offer and writing it quickly. The very last thing I want to do is not meet anyone until I've unlocked a door and then walk through a house, tell a listing agent there's interest, and hear that, well, it is a multiple offer situation and they need to get me an offer in the next 2 hours. That puts my buyers at such a disadvantage because they have just met me and they may not feel comfortable at all, and here we are going in and saying highest and best. So that's why I find it's very important to sit at the office and get to know each other and explain the process. And so another thing that I make sure that is understood from the start is that you need a pre-approval letter before we've looked at any houses. The other part of that is that it needs to be a strong pre-approval. I find listing agents don't put a lot of credence into many of the online pre-approval letters because that really turns out in many cases to be the luck of the draw as far as who you spoke with and just how thorough they were in making sure that you're pre-approved. So it's good to work with local lenders in that way. And so now that my buyers are prepared, we go in, we see the house, they fall in love, they want to write an offer. We've got all of that out of the way. We have a 6-page purchase agreement that I go over with them while we're at that buyer consultation, so that we discuss all of the contingencies that are built into the contract. We discuss the fact that it is a legal and binding contract, and so they need to be sure that this is exactly what they want to do. And once again, we do that long before they've even walked through the door. So when the time comes, we can put that offer together pretty quickly and get it over to the listing agent. Terms and conditions, if we're looking at highest and best, then what that means is obviously the highest number is going to go a long way with the seller. But it isn't just numbers. It's also the part of that where they ask for the best offer has to do with what kind of contingencies you're including, what kind of financing. Is it a VA loan? Is it FHA? Is it conventional? Is it cash? All of those things have their own merits and actually do carry some sort of weight. Are you planning on doing every single inspection? Or do you think, well, it doesn't seem to me that I need to do a pest inspection, so I'm going to go ahead and waive that one. Or maybe as far as a radon inspection, you think that even if the house had radon, you'll do the inspection afterward knowing that you're going to be paying under $1,000 to have a radon mitigation system installed. So those are things that we discuss to say, what are we going to need to do to make the offer the most attractive? I do not like to go into it with any kind of emotion, so that I make sure that the buyers understand that I'm not going to recommend that they go in and put together an offer that is way over asking price just to get the house. So everything is based in reality is one of the things that I always tell my clients. And one of the realities is, what do the comps tell us that this house is worth? So whether you're in a highest and best situation or not, everything should still be guided by what is that house going to appraise for. And I hear time and again, I don't want to get into a bidding war. And so that's part of my assurance to my clients, that I make sure that they feel comfortable with the number and that the number makes sense, as well as the terms and conditions to give them the best chance to win out on that. Finally, there are some other things that I do to make that offer most attractive. And if you are looking to buy a home, just contact me, and then we'll sit down, we'll talk about it, and I'll give you the rest of my tips on what we'll do to make sure that I can turn your dreams into an address. Thanks for clicking. Have a great day.